Yes, everybody. Us and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, if not a little bit hot under the collar. 28 degrees. Today, my friends, it is Hammers Headlines in association with the KUMB.com. Boys, don't forget to check them out in the description below. Always good content and views from across the world. All West Ham fans and some great banter as well. But we've got plenty to get through. A lot of transfer rumours and a new job for a former West Ham manager. We'll talk about that as well. Let's talk about the transfer rumours first. Obviously, we are entering Pinch Punch first month. We've got less than a month, or it is a month exactly, until the transfer window has opened, being open on the 1st of June. So no doubt we're going to be starting to be peppered with players to be linked to. And in fact, I'm going to start, as of today, the list. Going to start the list. You're on the list! Subtle wrestling reference there for anyone who got that. So we're going to talk about this guy who apparently is 17. He doesn't look 17 to me. Could it be a case of, say, halloumi to a new transfer link, or could it be a Tara similar Salata? Kind of works. But according to Clarence Hugh, West Ham are firmly in the hunt. I said the word hunt for Olympiacos forward Kalalampos Kostoluis. 17-year-old is widely tipped to be a major star in European football. We've also been linked to another Greek Wonderkid. I think he plays for... Is it Panathinaikos he plays for? I can't remember it off the top of my head. We face serious competition, however, from Manchester United, who are reportedly growing increasingly confident of also securing the youngster's signature. We're led to be believed, according to the article in Clarence Hugh, that Graham Potter has a short list of striker targets, and a top London Stadium source has confirmed to Clarence Hugh that a centre forward remains a priority for the summer. That said, apparently Potter's top targets have been described as overambitious, with West Ham unlikely to attract or afford such names as Sami Onodoro, who we spoke about before, the Porto striker. And they were quoted saying it could be John Duran all over again. West Ham are chasing Champions League players they simply can't afford. Speaking of players we can't afford, it could be a case of saying Tara Salata to another Greek player we have been linked to, and that is the Benfica scoring sensation. That is Pavlidis, Valagis Pavlidis, the former AZ Alkmaar player, joined the Portuguese side in the summer, but his performances this season have attracted a lot of interest from a plethora of clubs, including West Ham. We had an interest with the Greek international striker when he was at the Alphabet Club, but nothing materialised. Now it doesn't seem like anything materialised now, because the flying element being he has a €100 million release clause in his contract with Benfica, so it would be another Greek tragedy with the pursuit of Pavlidis, I would suggest, in the summer. But strange things have happened at sea. If people want to sell, they want to sell. He's been absolutely on fire for Benfica. And to be honest, he's kind of the striker we need, in my opinion. When you see how well Füllkrug makes people tick when he plays, when he plays, it's a totally different dynamic to the side. I think he's 28. He doesn't look 28. The other guy doesn't look 17. But you can see the type of... and same as Sammy. I mean, Sammy's 20... He's 20, I think, 2021 for Porto. So you'd think that type of ilk of a strike is what we need. But also at the back, we need some help, don't we? And according to reports, West Ham, Man United again, and Spurs are among the main transfer suitors for the Inter Milan centre-half, Jan Bizak, who's apparently available at around €55 million. We've all got, all three of those clubs have got gaps in their defence, and sources close to the player have said that no contact has been made as yet and no formal offers. However, Inter seem open to doing business for Jan this summer, with the feeling that they would clear him to move on if they received offers of around €55 million. He's a German international, and us, Man United, Spurs have all been monitoring in recent times. Yeah, again, I think I can sort of echo what that said. Are we going for players? I just don't see us going for players in that region, in that price region. Personally, we know that Potter, through recent history, with his recruitment team, tend to look for players who will pose good value and will be good players. And Jan's a fantastic player. He's a good player. Obviously, he's won stuff with Inter Milan. But I just think 55 million euro, I think we'd probably end up buying 2-3 players for that, to be honest, which is probably what we need with the mass clear out. One player we're not going to get, by the looks of it, is Eric Dyer. We were linked, as well as a dozen other Premier League clubs, for a move for the former Tottenham and current Bayern Munich defender. He's played 25 games for Bayern this season. However, it does look like he's not set to return to the Premier League, and in fact will be joining Monaco. It looks like. So he's said to have agreed terms. So a formidable partnership with Tilo Kehrer, former Hammer. Remember him? Good player he is. Talking about former players and former managers. Someone's got a new job. Well, not officially, but due to be announced soon. Julian Lopetegui, do you remember him? What a difference 24 hours makes. He has, according to Fabrizio Romano, got a new job as manager of the Qatar national team. Good. God, that's good money, wasn't it? Good money, decent weather. He was unveiled as West Ham manager almost this time last year, really. And he is set to now be unveiled on a 2-year contract in the coming days, according to reports. However, it doesn't benefit West Ham as such. I think it was McLaren Hugh, one of the fans' websites, reached out to a senior source and were told that sadly no payout is not lessened by Julian having a new job with Qatar, said the board spokesman. Now, ironically, this contradicts something that I heard, where he was offered a national job. I can't remember who it was, like literally a month or so after he'd left. And he went to the West Ham board and asked to still be paid because he was offering less. They were getting less money, and they basically told him to fuck off. So whether it is or it isn't, I don't know. Again, it could be smokes and mirrors because we're pleading poverty and any sort of chink that we might be getting some money back. I would be very surprised if it isn't sort of good news that he's got a job. We know that someone like Graham Potter was saw out the rest of his contract with Chelsea until he got a new job, and I think that could be the case here. But we're led to believe that it's not the case, but I don't believe it. And that's it, my friends. We'll have Stat Attack, Match Day Morning, starting 11 shows, all that type of stuff in the next few days. I've only got a few games left. Might as well make the most of it, innit? Don't forget also to check out our lovely channel partners. Match Bingo. We won. West Ham Network won. Got the full house on Saturday for the Brighton game, and it wasn't our money anyway. But Match Bingo kindly donated those winnings to Iron Sporting Food Banks and also Anton's charity walk for his dad. So thank you to them. I did say thank you to them. Thank you. And that's it, my friends. Don't forget to check out newsmybroadband.com for latest news, reviews, and opinions. Take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith.